Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. You know, we know the famous statement that Minig Yisrael Torah, that customs that we are given over and we are taught is a Torah. Even things that we are told by our grandmothers, that by our mothers, we have to keep, even if we don't even understand. This is tradition. There is a custom that many of the poskim don't even know what the reason for it is. Some try to find some reasoning, but they say you should keep it. And perhaps when it borderlines in yonim of sakana, you definitely have to keep it, because it comes into the rule of chamira sakanta me'isura, that anything that might possibly be a sakana, danger, we always say you must stay away from sakana, v'nishmartem ha'oid l'nafshei seichem. Even though we don't know if it's a sure sakana, a suffix sakana you also have to stay away from. Even more than you have to stay away from a isser. There is a tradition that when you eat bread, your mother might have told you, don't eat the ends of the bread. The ends of the bread, we don't eat. Where does that come from? Now, if you ask many of the older Rabbanim, the older poskim, many people have asked, they said, we don't know. We don't know where this comes from. But my mother told this to me, my Baba told this to me, and they don't eat it. A lot of the poskim, it's even brought that the Minchas Yitzchak in Shalos Teshuvos Chelik Tes, he says, I don't know where this comes from. He personally doesn't eat it. But because this is what he's told, that it might be dangerous, it might be kosher l'shikcha, it might make you forget, so he just doesn't eat it. But the one remez that he could associate it to is he quotes a Gemara. The Gemara says in Horius Daf Yud Gimel Amid Beis, the Gemara lists 10 things that causes people to forget. One of them is that if you eat bread that is not fully baked, if you eat bread that's not fully baked, it causes you to forget. Now again, those are things that, it's not a proven fact, but that's what the Gemara says, and you have to accept it. Even that, today's days, which bread is not fully baked? What is it? How does that connect to the ends of the bread? It must have been in the olden times they would ram-pack in a small oven loaves of bread. So some of the loaves didn't fit in. The ends of the bread didn't fit in. So it was accepted that you shouldn't eat the ends of the bread because it wasn't fully baked. And once it wasn't fully baked, it became kosher l'shikcha. But today's days, actually, I would say, some poskim actually say, the fact is, the ends of the bread might be some of the crustiest parts of the bread. Nevertheless, we can't play around with this because of the rule I started off, since we know that in yonim of sakana, and in yonim of kosher l'shikha, any yonim of Kabbalah, we are machmir even more than in the yonim of halacha. This is something that we accept. A meaning like this we have to accept. And if people are machmir, the end of the bread's not to eat, this is what we are told, this is what we do.